This is my husband, Mike.
This is my wife, Lisa. We met at a Jesus Festival in Hamilton, Ohio in 1979. I had been mired in addiction, and my wife had been in the theater at Wright State University. We quickly realized that we were called to the ministry.
We got a phone call one day about coming to work for Teen Challenge. They wanted both of us. I worked in the office, you worked with the students, and quickly your skills came to life and you landed in leadership.
After that, we went to take over Teen Challenge in Youngstown.
We did a lot of outreach during that time. We were working with going into the housing projects and the really difficult places in the city. And when we would do that, we would see that children were the ones who came out mostly to these crusades and things that we would do. And so somewhere in the midst of that period of time, along with running the Crisis Center intervention program for Teen Challenge, we also started an inner city ministry called Super Kids.
That ministry is now called Heart Reach in Youngstown. It serves 300 to 500 kids a week. Lisa and I felt led of God to move on in 1992. We moved to the northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. Then we pastored for about 18 years. During that time, I was on the board of Teen Challenge of Kentucky for about 10 years. There was a ministry that started down in eastern Kentucky called Chad's Hope, independent rehab program or addiction crisis recovery for guys. And it was only up and running a few months, and they realized they didn't know what to do with it, so they called Teen Challenge. I, as a board member, went with our state director. They asked us to take it over and run it. $2.5 million building, beautiful scenario, but they didn't know what to do. I heard a Macedonian call from the local leaders to come over and help.
Through eastern Kentucky, that was such a change. We'd been in the inner cities, and now we were going to rural America, where the drug problem is so severe. You can't even comprehend it sometimes, just the way people live and the struggles that they have. And while we were there, we learned of the serious problem with heroin addiction in Ohio. And being Ohioans, from birth, it struck a chord in us. And we got this phone call from dear friends that we did the Metro ministry with in Youngstown, Ohio, saying, hey, we've been given a building. Would you guys consider coming and starting a women's program? We've been given a building here with great bones. This has been a gift. But we need to adapt that building from a nursing home to a home for young women with needs. We need to make it feel like a home. We have a need for so many things: cleaning, painting, adapting the bedrooms, and showers. Showers. You can't have a house full of 25, 30 women with just 2 or 3 showers. So there's just work that has to be done, and we need finances. Ultimately, we're going to have to hire staff members to live here, to work here, to be a part. It's a mini mountain that we have to climb. We want to reach these women. We want to see their lives turned around. We want to see them restored. So many of them have children, restored back to their children, and find what it means to live a life of hope again. I've heard the story of the man who's walking on the beach, picks up a starfish, and he throws it in. And of course the beach is just scattered with thousands of starfish. And another man comes up to him and he says, what are you doing? And he said, I'm throwing the starfish back in. And the man says to him, the other man, why are you doing that? What difference does it make? And as he throws a starfish in, he looks at it and he says, it made a difference for that one.
Serpent down the highway 5 as the long hammer table Los Angeles and wine. I've got this resurrection down inside my skin, but with all my revelating, I just can't make sense of this gravity.
For over 50 years, Teen Challenge centers across America have depended on the generosity of individuals, local churches, and businesses that want to help people overcome their addiction. We'd be honored if you would join us on this faith adventure to bring a new beginning to women and their families. Thank you for your time and your prayerful consideration. Take care and may God bless.